Mark 13. And as he went out of the temple, one of his disciples saith unto him, Master, see what manner of stones and what buildings are here. Yep. And Jesus answering said unto him, Seest thou these great buildings? Mhm. There shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives over against the temple, Peter and James and John and Andrew asked him privately, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign when all these things shall be fulfilled? Yeah. Jesus answering them began to say, Take heed lest any man deceive you. Now there's deception that this is the end of the world. Yep. 7.5 billion people. We're just going to have to get rid of all of them. Right. And your family's way is going to be the new way of Christianity. Phew, we're all going to come to find out how good it is. Uh-huh. Well, let's say that instead of taking down these great buildings, I wanted to compete in the manufacturing of large industrial equipment that is useful in building buildings. Yes. And I wanted to put all these stones back upon another. Yes. Now, using electricity from a small generator and a salt fusion battery, right? Maybe half the weight of the pre-existing because of the tensile strength of the smelting process. There's this thought that if you don't have the actual expense of the fuel, yeah, it could pay for itself in 10 to 15 years. Now, a lot of people would leave the generator on even when you're not using it. Could possibly charge up the electrical system of your individual shop. Yeah. In fact, give me all the large commercial construction companies in every nation of the world. Yes. Where you have more than 25 to $50 million a year in industrial contracts. In fact, as I remember it, you old fart, when I was on Guam, it was explained to me that the United States Department of Defense has a certain MAC system. Yes. That every contractor that wants to do any work for the Department of Defense, right, has to report to the Department of Defense on a system where every project, yes, is reduced down to $25 million or larger. Yes, it does. So if you could get me all those contractors that have been working for the Department of Defense for the last 40 years and all their employees, and then any and all equipment that has a fossil fuel as the fuel for the motor that's used in the equipment, it could be that the DoD doesn't realize the importance of global warming. Now, using a little electric motor on it, yes, I could. Ah, the gate went down! I'm talking to you for a second right now